Hello everybody, it's Chibi, and today I want to be doing another anime review on Bakumatsu Rock. Now I want to talk about a few things before I begin with the review. Someone pointed out last episode review in my first impressions that the errors, like the timelines, how I said it was a Sengoku era, someone told me that it was a bunch of timelines mixed in together, because if you look at this episode, which I actually realized, they have a bunch of different technology from multiple different timelines in this one anime, which is really weird, because I mean, you'll see our present day technology if you were to start a band, and then you would see, like, it looks like they're walking around in Sengoku era Japan. So I mean, it's really weird how the timeline is being shown to us in this series. So I wanted to throw that out there. And also, someone brought up that this series reminds them a lot of Gintama. I haven't watched Gintama, but I don't know. But if it does, I'm guessing that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know. But Gintama, as I've heard, is a very good series. So anyways, talking about this anime, this episode, what did it do? The main focus of this episode was character development for Shindy, and I guess overall it was a good episode. It wasn't that good, but I mean, it was okay. It was an okay episode. I have no major complaints with this episode. The only thing I want to say is the CGI that they used this episode. It's really shocking when you see it in this episode. For instance, like one moment you're just seeing, you know, your regular animation in anime, and the next moment you see them rocking out with freaking CGI, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's really weird looking. I mean, it's unsettling with the actual shifts of animation, and I don't feel like they were done properly in this episode. I'm not saying the CGI is bad. I'm saying that the way they shifted over to CGI from, you know, the regular animation we normally see was rather rough. That's all I could say right there. Now, overall, this episode shows us more insight to Shindy's character. We get to see more about his personality. We also see that he actually has a peace soul inside of him. And speaking of peace soul, we find out more about those. Okay, so as we know, there's peace souls. We found out last episode something about peace souls and they're in each individual character. Well, we find out, like, there's 5 peace souls, and then all those 5 peace souls can form into the Ultra Soul. Now, right there, it's really weird how this series is, like, handling stuff like that. It feels like something you would see from a shonen, but I'm not going to get into that point right now. But supposedly, there's this Ultra Soul. When someone has their soul reach a higher plane of existence or whatever, a higher plane of happiness, they get an Ultra Soul, and then that Ultra Soul will eventually split off into peace souls and go into other people, like it did with Roma and Shindy. So, really weird, very weird concept so far. I don't understand the real point of a peace soul or ultra soul, because I mean, as we can see, the emperor of the country that's talking behind the curtain pretty much has said that he wants all the peace souls and he wants to form the ultra soul. So we don't technically know what the ultra soul or peace soul does, but most likely it's going to cause it to where people will listen to that one true person of music. That's what I'm going to take a guess right now. That's my theory crafting right now. I feel like most likely whoever has the ultra soul will be like dominant monopoly over music. That's what I want to say. Speaking of music, let's talk about that. Now, this series is based upon music and idol groups. That's exactly what I could see from these past 2 episodes. So if you do not like idols, and if you do not like rock concerts or nothing like that, most likely you'll hate this type of anime. I'm just going to be straight out and tell you the truth, okay? Now, really, usually I don't watch this type of anime. It's not my favorite, honestly. It's not. It's okay. These past 2 episodes are okay, and they do demonstrate what the anime is about, and it doesn't feel like it's stupid, but there is some crazy, wacky things with this series that'll make you scratch your head a little bit, especially with that timeline thing, but I'm not going to complain about that. The main thing, though, about the series, I'm guessing, is just getting to see these characters wanting to be free with themselves and sing the songs they want to sing. That's exactly what I could see from these 2 episodes, and I'm fine with that. I really am. The music is good. The music is definitely good, and I like the songs they use, and they sound really fucking good, and definitely that's one reason why I would watch this series to begin with, just because those songs are pretty good. Now, I want to give this one more episode. I want to give next week the final episode to determine if I'm going to continue watching this series or not, because, I mean, it's a good series. I'm not downing it. It's not for me so far from what I see from these past 2 episodes. Well, anyways, everybody, tell me your opinions about this episode of Bakumatsu Rock. Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? What was your favorite moments about it? What you feel about that rock concert at the end of this episode? And do you feel like you're going to continue on watching this series, or are you just going to give it the 3-episode rule? Let me know in the comments below. Love all of you so much. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Be safe. Chibi out.